Well, having a crowd of people watching us while we walk in the parade felt a bit odd at times, but being in the Canada Day Parade in Windsor was an incredible way for me to experience a sense of national pride and community. And as a corporation, it helps Windsor know that we here at CBC are serving you daily. Our next guest also has the parade bug. He's taking part of some of the most famous ones in North America. On New Year's Day, he was in Pasadena, California for the Tournament of Roses parade. And this morning, we've caught him at the airport on his way to Calgary for the Stampede parade. Jeff Musson is from Windsor. 6 years ago, he started the Coding for Veterans program. Now he's using these parades to get the word out. Jeff is on the line now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is your flight on time?
Fingers crossed it is, and we're looking forward to being in Calgary a little bit later on today.
Yeah, your program's been around for a while now, but for our listeners who maybe are less familiar with Coding for Veterans, can you give us a brief overview of what it is?
Yeah, so Coding for Veterans is a program that helps retrain Canada's military veterans in software development and cybersecurity. The program's delivered 100% online through the University of Ottawa, and there's been over 650 students that have come through the program, and in fact, a number of people from the Windsor, Essex County area are enrolled in the program.
Yeah, I mean, you started in Windsor, the program went national, then it went international. How have you been able to grow it to this point?
Yeah, so what's interesting is the demand for cybersecurity jobs out there is immense. And with our program, specifically in Canada, there are over 150,000 IT jobs projected to go unfilled in the next 12 to 24 months. And the same is true in the U.S. And so as our program expanded, as of January 1st, we're now retraining U.S. military veterans in our program. Again, 100% online, and our partner is the University of Southern California.
Why did you decide to get involved in parades?
Well, what's interesting is it's a great way to highlight the graduates coming through our program. And, what better way to honor, their sacrifice to our country than really acknowledge, not only being graduates from our program, but, their time that they spent in the military. The second point is it's a great way in which to get word out to employers of the value that veterans bring to your company. So, that's really, in essence, the thrust behind us.
How do you choose which parades you're going to join?
We're very fortunate because they have reached out to us.
No way.
So, yeah. And what's ironic is the executive committee with the Calgary Stampede was actually in the grandstands of the Tournament of Roses parade in Pasadena. And we were the first Canadian entrant, I want to say, in the past 35 years. In addition to, we won one of the top awards. So before we were back in Canada, the Stampede Committee reached out and said, we'd love for you to be part of the parade. And that's also evolved, where we also have a chuck wagon, and the chuck wagon race is on Saturday and Sunday night, and that's on Sportsnet.
Wow. So if they reach out to you, do they still have you pay the entry fees?
Yes, they do. Money drives around, but we're very fortunate where we have large corporations across Canada that help our program. And what's great about it is that, it really helps the men and women in our military go, we always like to say, from deployment to employment. And the mere fact that the program's delivered 100% online, students can take the program anywhere. And really, they can complete the program in less than 12 months.
How challenging was it for you to come up with a concept for the Rose Parade?
You know what? Surprisingly, it was, I wouldn't say it was easy, but, all the pieces started, coming together. Ultimately, you wanted some imagery as related to the military and then technology. And we had over 32,000 roses that were installed in 72 hours on that float.
And you don't need flowers for the Stampede. So
No.
what, and you said it's a chuck wagon?
Yeah, so there, on the Saturday night, there's a chuck wagon race in addition to the parade. which is on Friday morning. And what's great about our float in Calgary is that it's going to be one of the most innovative floats out there because we've embedded QR codes on the side of it. So as the float is going down the parade route, people can take out their phone, scan the QR code, and immediately find out information about our program.
That's so great. Is that your favorite part of the parades, is being able to spread the word?
Oh, absolutely, right. And not only that, but also to highlight the men and women who are graduates from our program and how they've gone on to successful careers in the IT sector. And so, it really is a culmination of a bunch of things, and we're really excited to be out in Calgary at the Stampede this year.
Can we expect you to be in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York someday?
It's funny. Someone mentioned that this week. I'm like, maybe stay tuned. We'll see what happens.
You have to get your inflatable. You might need a bigger team to hold down an inflatable. What would it look like? Do you have a mascot?
No, but we've also considered doing that. But everything with us, it's, laptops, it's QR codes, it's, you name it, that signifies technology.
You're going to have to ask AI what type of mascot you would have.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so with our program, it really goes in depth, and it really provides a solid foundation to launch careers for people in IT. Amazing.
Well, Jeff, this has been a pleasure. Before I let you go, do you have a special parade wave? I noticed when I was in the parade on Monday, I didn't know, do you wave like the Queen? Do you wave like a crazy person, or do you wave like you're waving to children?
You know what? It's almost half salute, half waving, right? And
I know.
What's really great is the people who line the parade route, the respect that they show for the men and women in the military, and they stand up and salute, and that's really a cool scene to see.
You'll have to take some video and send it to us. I'd love to see that.
Absolutely, for sure.
Jeff, thank you so much. Good luck at the parade, and hopefully your flight's on time.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Thank you. Jeff Musson is the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans, and we were talking about being in parades.